What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And this opening dynamic kickoff, not good. Returned, it'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Back to Walker on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And going right back to Walker. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw out wide to Walker. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Escaping the pressure right. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position. And sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Good route there. Yellow.
In motion goes the tight end. Now Cousins. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Hey, receiver.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here now a 3rd and 20.
To throw is Cousins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
To throw, Cousins.
Got a man, it's London.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. They go play action. Cousins. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll send the tight end in motion.
They'll run with Robinson.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Bijan Robinson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
They run again with Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
To throw is Darnold.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts
68 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Taken down at the 42.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 15, and he's out right at the 25.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Here's Cousins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
Johnson on the return.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll set up to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's got some space here.
Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 20.
72 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there. No hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. He's got Lewis. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, but when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Listen to me.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off the play fake, Cousins.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
No receivers open, so Lou's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, no, easy. Wait up.
Play action now. Cousins. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. DeMarcus Lawrence coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
85 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now it's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This is the tight end fan. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Rolling to his right. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they'll get this down to the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Kenneth Walker.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play fake. Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now inside the 25.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Bijan Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
Coup for the extra point.
And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
108 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
He's got his big tight end, Fant.
Look at the big man rumble.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Noah Fant with his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6.
That's out quickly to London. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson on a give right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll run again here with Robinson. 20. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 11.
182 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Darnold now to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. And Walker once more. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Out of the gun, Walker with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Back to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This is 1st and 10. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
And quick. Oh, no, he lost the football.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Seattle.
shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. Born in the music. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Right to the air is Daniels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18.
Now Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Oh, man. Come on, man. Extend this information the whole game, bro.
To the air goes Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Do what you do, fat boy.
Coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Daniels looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the
Yeah,
time.
say it from the TV.
Going to make the play successful.
Let's get it.
That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing now is Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Washington goes.
Yeah, this is a big game for your daddy.
And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there?
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And the Commanders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Fights off the defender. Fighting down past the 45. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Running from the gun with Henry. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. From the gun, Jackson. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Going quickly out to the right side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that ball.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
To throw is Daniels. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 back, yeah. 60 back.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Come on, come on. That's 7 Irish. 60 average. 60 average. Drop 60. Drop 60.
Daniels going to throw for it.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Look at the big fella go.
And down to the 29-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Jackson. And he's got it.
And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Isaiah Likely
From a yard out.
And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this is potentially a nervy situation this close. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Seibert on for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And just shedding him off there.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's got this down to the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Pushing his way through.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Robinson with another carry. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
They begin with Henry. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and a couple.
Hey, Alpha, it's hot. Nice hot.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's got this down to the 35. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Sit on, up. Sit on.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here now, 3rd down. Jackson now. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Here's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Let's go now.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And a short pickup to about the 25. Here's 2nd down.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
He'll look to throw.
He's got McLaurin.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
79 Broncos.
They'll look to throw.
And yet again, it's McLaurin.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Here comes 2nd down.
Alpha, Alpha, sit on. 180, sit on.
Connecting with Andrews. Finding room at midfield.
And down to the 27-yard line.
What a call right there. That is so well executed offensively. A massive play in this game. And now all of a sudden, they are in field goal range. And with a chance to walk out of here winners.
Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson.
And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Here's first down.
Ready? Mustang 19. Dragon 60. Warrior 70. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
19 sight, 19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
I'm Brandon Gaughan. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.